Van D, a dynamic leader with decades of experience building companies and crushing sales. He's been there and done that.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name is Van D.
Inspiring audiences across the country to do it too. Here's Van.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Van D podcast. Man, am I glad to be with you today. So, I am my own guest because I've got some very good information that's going to be very helpful to you and your journey to get better. I'm with my world famous producer, Dylan. Dylan, how we doing, buddy? All right. He gave me the thumbs up saying he's good. You got to have the producer doing good or you don't have a good show. So there you go. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about ambition. I know we've all heard it. So we're going to talk about ambitious people. And you know, people listening to this podcast aren't turning on this to be average. You guys are all listening to this because there may be one thing I might say that will encourage you, inspire you, motivate you, or empower you to be the best you possibly can. So this is a topic today that is dear to my heart because I am ambitious. So people who are ambitious usually accomplish much more than those that aren't. If you think back on your past successes, I can promise you that having ambition helped you in some form in your journey. So you got to ask yourself, would you describe yourself as ambitious? So if you look in the dictionary, there's several meanings, but I want to give you what I found is the meaning of ambitious. Ambitious means having a desire to be successful, powerful, or famous. Having a desire to achieve a particular goal. I think all of us listening to this podcast, and me, one of those would fit us. Some of you have ambition to achieve a particular goal. Some of you have ambition to be powerful in your industry. Or some of you may have ambition to be famous. Now, famous can also mean you're the number one salesman in your company. You're one of the best managers in your company. You're well-known for being a great owner and a CEO of your company. That's ambitious also. So from my point of view, passion and enthusiasm are pretty much the same as ambition. Because I believe the more enthusiastic and excited I am about something, the better I'm going to do at it, right? Excitement is contagious. And when people see how excited you are, there's a pretty good chance they will help you achieve your goals. You know, I want to tell you something. When somebody comes up to me and asks me for help, not by giving money or a ride or something like that, but help with their business, I'm more apt to want to promote and refer a person that is excited or ambitious. So being ambitious expands the upper limits of what you can achieve. If you are ambitious, you are probably aiming for goals that may be difficult to achieve and are often the key to a successful life. So, you know, trying to reach a certain goal, those people that are not ambitious are going to probably have a really tough time getting there. Those of us that are ambitious are probably going to get there easier because we're being resourceful. Ambitious people are finding ways to accomplish their goal so they can have their definition of a successful life. You all know by listening to my podcasts all these years how much of an advocate I am on setting goals, because I believe without written goals, your dreams and wishes are just merely fantasies. You got to have goals. Ambitious people have got to have goals. Many people wonder what it takes to succeed. And one of the answers that usually come up is ambition. In order to succeed in anything in life, now, ladies and gentlemen, this could be in business or it could be in your personal life. Maybe you're ambitious about being a great son, of being a great daughter. Maybe you're ambitious about being a great parent. All of this falls under the same category. So ambition isn't just for people that are in business. While it is clear that ambition can help you succeed, you can't do it on ambition alone. So you've heard in my Van D podcast all about the 4 Ds. I really believe that without these 4 Ds, you're going to struggle with having ambition about anything in life. So let me recap what I enjoy talking about more than anything, because this is paramount to anybody's success. The 4 Ds are discipline, desire, drive, and determination. I believe you can have all the ambition in the world and it won't be effective without discipline. If we don't have discipline, we're not going to have a path to get to where we want to go. Discipline is making yourself do something that you know is going to end up with achieving your goal. Having a plan of attack, having a written plan, that's discipline. Desire, you have to have it in your mind, in your heart, that you really desire what you're ambitious about. Drive, if you don't have the drive, which is the inner person telling you, yes, you can do it, and what the results are going to look like and how they're going to benefit your life, that's drive. And then determination. We know if we're not determined about something, we're not going to do it. So with discipline, drive, desire, and determination, ambition is going to be a lot easier. Things that we're ambitious about. There's a gentleman named Roy Bennett, and I love quotes, and you know how I love talking about some things that maybe other people have said to me in my past that really get me jacked up and make me realize, how important motivation is. But Roy Bennett said it perfectly. Surround yourself with people who believe in your dreams. Encourage your ideas. Support your ambitions and bring out the best in you. Now, he also says, distance yourself from negative people who try to lower your motivation and decrease your ambition. Create space for positive people to come into your life. That's a whole podcast by itself. We've got to surround ourselves with people that bring out our best and at least encourage you. It's godly to encourage people and to show how excited you are about what they're doing. You want to be around people that maybe aren't going to carry you from first base to second base to help you get to your dream, but they're not going to hold you on first base. They're going to at least be encouraging to support your ambitions. So whether or not ambition helps you succeed also depends on your definition of success. So if you're driven to succeed in your career, your ambition can take you far. So let me tell you what, in my personal experience, what ambition has done for me. I am going on my 39th year in the real estate industry. You don't think if I wasn't ambitious about my career that I'd be in it 39 years? I'm ambitious about being in real estate because I love to help people, especially with the biggest investment of most people's lives is buying or selling a house. I love being right in the middle of that. And not that this is a commercial for my real estate business. If you have a home that you'd like to sell, I'll take great care of you. And I'll tell you right now, nobody will have your interests more than I will. Take advantage of my 39 years. And then also, I'm in my 20th year of motivational speaking. Now, you know, a lot of you listening to my podcast have been in the audience of one of my presentations. You obviously know how ambitious I am, because I love getting in front of people and helping them become the best they can be. I could not do either one of these careers if I was not over the top ambitious to be the best I can possibly be at both. I love both those careers, and I'm very blessed that I get the opportunity to be in both of them. I don't take either one of those careers for granted. You have to have a plan, a roadmap of how you are going to accomplish your goals. Ambition, desire, drive, determination, discipline will take you there. Walter Cottingham says it very briefly and makes a ton of sense. Think of this. Intelligence without ambition is a bird without wings. What a great way to describe that. How can you have intelligence to get people that have intelligence? Some of them use it to get them places. Some of them just enjoy being super smart and being intelligent. But if you have ambition, it's like a bird without wings if you don't use it. So people who have ambition will generally go through many stages of personal development and growth. Why? Because we are driven to be the best we can be. We are constantly looking for ways to improve our skills, talents, and behaviors. So, ladies and gentlemen, this means we are more aware of our positive traits as well as our flaws. I know that I'm aware of what I need to work on to become a better me. Just because I'm out there preaching to companies of all sizes of how to be maximum productive and live a happy life, I'm working on stuff all the time. I think it's real important to recognize areas in your life that you have to work on. Don't wait for somebody else to tell you what you need to work on. You know what it is. So take the steps to make it happen. Drinking that good Hurrdat coffee. All right. Most people, this kind of goes together. Most people who are very ambitious are usually financially stable. They're not couch potatoes. They're ambitious. Those of us who have ambition and a desire to succeed we often work harder and put in more hours than our counterparts do. Thanks to our long hours and our dedication, we often earn more money than people who are not ambitious and just go through the motions of their 9-to-5 schedule. Now, it's really important that I get this message across. It is important to know that having ambition does not necessarily mean you will be rich. Not everyone with ambition makes it big in the world. However, it would be very unusual if somebody with ambition is struggling paying their bills and putting food on their table. Ambitious people usually do more and they usually gain more. People who are ambitious to succeed in their career tend to have a stronger work ethic. Ambitious people have a stronger work ethic. We are not afraid of putting in the effort required to achieve our goals. We rarely call in sick to our jobs. We are completely focused on our goals, and all of our energy goes toward achieving our driving purpose. So you're getting the message here that ambition is everything. Ladies and gentlemen, when I started out in my career, I was 22 years old, just getting in the real estate business. If I didn't have a driving ambition, I wouldn't have eaten, because I'm in a straight commission business. I don't get a regular paycheck. I earn what I work for. As they say in a different way, you eat what you kill. So as a straight commission salesperson, my entire life, I had to create my own benefits. I had to create my own income. I had to create my own success. Ambition played a gigantic role. Another definition that I like to say about ambitious people is ambitious people are generally very courageous. We don't shy away from challenges that arise along our path to our definition of greatness. Ambitious people face problems head on with courage and strength. Why do we face problems head on? Because if we don't, that problem will fester and fester and fester, and before you know it, it becomes monumental. Ambitious people want to get to the negative part, the problem, and fix it immediately. This is one of the reasons, because ambitious people have courage and strength. This is one reason why ambitious people are sometimes feared by others. It's our demeanor. It's the way we carry ourselves. It's our work ethic. And one of the reasons why ambitious people are feared by others is we do not back down from any challenge. Whatever form that challenge may take, we're not backing down, because we're ambitious and we need to accomplish what we need to go through to get to our definition of success. Ambitious people often recognize, much better than most, that there are no shortcuts to true success. I brag about being in the ditch. I brag about all of the hard work that I had to do and the things that, that I didn't really want to do, but I knew I had to do to get where I wanted to go. A lot of times they say you should only be doing A priorities, which is being in front of people. And I'm not saying they're wrong. But in order for me to be a good leader and have a large company like I did, I had to do all the other things, not just the A priorities of being in front of people. I also had to do the B, C, D, and E priorities and tasks so I could be a better leader. I don't understand how ambitious people, they can't be afraid to do the dirty work. That helps us become better and stronger. So we recognize there aren't any shortcuts to success. Ambitious people are more willing to put in the time and effort to do something right than to take a shortcut that might mean lower quality. The only thing I got to tell you about being ambitious my whole life, sometimes I hurry things too fast. And when you hurry things, a lot of times you might make a mistake. You could have done better if you thought about it longer. Like when I send out my newsletters, which you can get at vandeeb.com and sign up. They come out once a month, and I'll guarantee you that they will fire you up. I used to write my newsletters a little too quick just because I wanted to get it out and get it out in the public and distribute it. Now I'm writing my newsletter and I'm taking my time. I'm not putting myself in a position that I have to hurry because it's important that I get everything out on the topic. But ambitious people can sometimes do things a little bit too fast. At least that's me. Ambitious people are often perfectionists who want everything to be done exactly right with true effort and diligence. So let me tell you what, that can be a negative. This is the first thing you've heard me say talking about ambitious people and negative. Sometimes we can be so ambitious that if we don't accomplish what we're out for, we can get depressed. Ambition, believe it or not, and depression go together, because a lot of people that are so ambitious and they don't get to where they want to go, it can be very depressing. That's why people that have the ambition to where they want to go, you got to have a plan. You got to have a discipline to where you can look at a roadmap and you can follow this roadmap to get you to where you want to go. That will eliminate having ambition without purpose. Anybody can say, yes, I'm very ambitious to be successful. Well, what are you doing about it? Well, nothing. I'm just ambitious. Okay, that's not going to get you anywhere, and that'll probably get you super depressed, because you want all these things. You expect all these things out of your life, but you're not doing anything about it. So in Texas, we call that big hat, no cattle. They're really ambitious, but they're not doing anything about to get to where they want to go. So I want to leave you today in asking you, what are you ambitious about? What are you ambitious to accomplish? And my next question is, if you answered the first one with something that you're ambitious about to accomplish and you haven't started working on that yet, when are you going to? What are you waiting for? You have this God-given talent to make your ambition a reality. And I really want you to use me as an example. I started out my life on home plate. I was not entitled. I started out with less than $500 in my pocket. I had a family of teachers that, that couldn't give me money even if they wanted to. But I had to learn, I had to bust my tail, work hard. I shoveled driveways and I mowed yards to make enough money to be able to buy my first car. And that's ambition. But my question to you is, what is your ambition? What do you want to accomplish? And here's the thing. It may not be for you. It may be to set an example for your kids, your loved ones, your significant other. If they see you on a mission to accomplish what's important to you and what you're ambitious about in life, you may encourage, inspire, and empower other people to do the same thing. So this also falls in the category is don't rent life. Don't go through life like you're renting it. Go through life like you own it. Own this life. Think about what you're ambitious about. Make something special happen. We all have the ability to make our ambition a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got something out of this, because I want to tell you something. Ambitious people accomplish more, they get more in return, and their lives are usually much better than those that aren't ambitious. I want to also invite my audience to listen to my new radio show called The Journey. It's on KCRO.com. It's on all these radio stations, but I'd rather have you go to KCRO.com and click under podcasts and The Journey, and all of my guests, all we're talking about on The Journey is people's experience that you can learn from to get to where you want to go, just like you are on this podcast. And I'm going to ask of you to please do me a favor and share this podcast with somebody. Sign up, subscribe to this podcast so you get them in your inbox every time they come out, which is about once a month. And then share this podcast with anybody you think that could use a little reminder of how ambition can play a huge role in your life. So this is Van Dieb for the Van Dieb Podcast. I'm so grateful that you took time out of your valuable day to listen to this podcast. And once again, please share this with somebody you think that you can make a difference in their lives. Until then, keep doing great things. Thank you.
A Hurrdat Media Production.